Hey Taurus, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a general reading for March. We'll definitely be going through a couple of topics, so stick around to the end just to see if there's a certain message that you need to hear or something that will actually resonate. If it doesn't, that's okay. Leave it for the people that need to hear it and come back for the next month's reading. Just know this is a general reading, so try to place information that I give you in a way that makes sense in your life. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and see what messages that we get from our guides and just start off with like a positive note. What does March have in store for us? No, not that. That's maybe that. Not those. Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we have some keywords here. We have courage, solutions, choice, ambitions, and sentiment and joy. Yeah, so there's a lot of good things coming here in March. Good energies. So the key words that I'm getting out of this, there's a lot, not a lot of you. A lot of you are kind of like going through some changes. Maybe it's like choices that you need to make, whether it be career, whether it be family, whether it be friends, relationships. There's some things that are like kind of coming through right now as you are making decisions and choices. Like that's the current state of affairs. I think again with this courage and solutions, I see that the solutions are kind of already being made, meaning like this is a month that you are making those choices. It's like you figured out what direction you want to go in and you're going and taking it. Which I feel like the last month was kind of like you don't know what it is that you want to do and you're trying to figure it out. And I think now this month is like I figured it out and I'm just going to do it. I think there's again sentiment and joy. There is that energy of happiness. Like I feel like that is in alignment. I feel like you're aligned with that decision, which is beautiful because I think there's some things that you really took some time to think about. And choices, ambitions, I think a lot of that career wise, I feel a lot of you are almost like trying to figure out the career aspect of things. But like this is really showing me the alignment in that, and there's just all positivity. Like you're in the momentum and kind of going up right now. That's the way that like I'm envisioning it, is just like going up. That's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus, for March. That's beautiful. Solutions, beautiful. So I'm seeing that you guys kind of already made some moves or are starting to make them. So let's jump into the topics. I'm going to go first with what's going on internally. And I think I've said this in my other readings, but when I pick these cards, I feel like this depicts every other aspect of your life. So we start with this to kind of see where it is that you kind of need to tweak your energy to start becoming in alignment, going into alignment. Again, like if you go to work and come home angry because of work, then your life ends up being angry too because you're holding on to that energy. So whatever I pull from this kind of almost translates to other aspects. So we do this, we're going to do career, work, finances, maybe passion project, and then we're going to do relationships, whether it be family, friends, or a partner. So let's just go ahead, start off with what's going on internally from Taurus in March. So I'm getting ease. Yeah, so this is giving me solution vibes. This is giving me joy, sentiment. There definitely feels like a sense of relief right now for a lot of you guys. I feel like there was like something on your shoulders the past month where it was just almost like stressing you out. Like you just felt the need of having to have to decide something pretty quickly. And that was like a tough chapter because there was just so much unknown and so much that you didn't even know. Like there was something internal that you were trying to figure out on your own and decipher. And I see that the solutions are there. This is beautiful. So let's go ahead. I feel like that, like a sigh of relief is what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot have to say for March. What do we see? And if you're not there, like if you're just being like, well, I'm not in that position and I'm still kind of stressed out, just know that that's coming in March. So that's what we're seeing for you coming in if it hasn't happened already. So let's go ahead and pull some of those cards. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 more. And 1 more. Yeah. I mean, this is just beautiful. So we have the Hermit, the Emperor, and the 8 of Pentacles. So your hard work is paying off. Emperor energy, Hermit. So the ease, I'm getting a sense of internally right now, you're stable. You're in the Emperor energy. There's stability. There's like the feeling of taking charge of your own life, and like no one else is like able to kind of influence or infiltrate like your emotional, your internal self right now. I'm seeing a lot of stability, the hard work in that sense. And like again, like whatever we're turning and feeling internally can span from like work, friendship, whatever. So I feel like you put in the work for where you are right now to get to this feeling, and it's paying off. That's the momentum. So like that's still like keeping going. And the Hermit, it's almost as if like because you went through so much and like there's that ease, you're like okay with just being alone and just taking it in. I don't see you really going out so much. I feel like a lot of you guys are almost like at this point, like kind of taking the time to be homebodies, and maybe that's what your March kind of looks like. But there's just so much like release that I feel like you guys are in a space of like, I need to take the time to be on my own. And I mean, maybe you don't live alone. You might be with your partner or whatever the case may be. But there is a sense of like, wow, I just need to like rest. I'm like, I need a time to decompress and kind of like get my head on straight. But again, Emperor energy, I feel like there's that stability, that sense of like, okay, like I know where I am, I know where I stand, I know where I'm planting my 2 feet. So again, the solutions, the card that came out, the choices, ambitions, there's just nice easiness to what's going on internally. And it's okay. Like maybe you question whether or not you feel like it's okay to try to be on your own. Like people might be pressuring you to do things to celebrate, whatever the case may be. But it's okay to be alone. Like you need to get that clarity to just be like, okay, I need to think straight. And like, I just went through a lot. I just need a minute. So that's that energy. And I think that's beautiful. So let's go and jump into the work aspect right now. See what that's about. So your next month is like almost like feels smooth sailing because you kind of put in the work last month. Oh no, too much. I need one, just one. I don't think that was it. Okay, explanations, apologies. Interesting. So this is the card that came out for work. Explanations, apologies. It's almost feeling like a part of, I feel like a lot of you guys were questioning what it is that you wanted to do, probably because of the situation that you were in. There's a lot of, I'm getting a lot of you guys kind of almost stayed where you are. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of you guys had an opportunity to move forward to something else because there was a lot of like, I don't feel like aligned with where I'm at or whatever. There was probably a situation at work, or maybe I'm not aligned with my project or whatever. So explanation and apologies is almost like you have an understanding of where you are. I think a lot of you might have jumped the gun into thinking like you needed to do something different. And it's like because of our anxiety or stress about like the future, whatever that might look like. And um that could be the thing, or like whatever is happening at work, like maybe you got like clarity from like someone that's higher up or someone that you were working with when now you feel comfortable continue moving forward. So I feel like where whatever happened, you guys are sitting in the same place. That being said, that's okay. And I think there was a solution to be had. Again, solutions, apologies. So everything kind of like got cleared up. And that's another sense of why you guys are almost like taking the time to be alone, because it was like almost like a very tiring situation. Like it was just a lot. And now it's like, all right, well, I made the decision to stay. I'm okay with it. I just kind of need to come within and just like focus on what I need to do and keep putting in the hard work, because it's like you're still continuing doing that and taking care of yourself and not worrying about like others, because there's like an internal ease. So I think if there was a situation at work where, and again, this could be anything, project, passion project, or whatever, you may be working on a project with somebody and there was a disagreement or whatever, but if there was a situation within that where there was like enlightenment, like okay, like that, now everyone can see where I'm coming from or whatever, and I feel comfortable moving forward, that was what happened. And you still had an opportunity to leave, but I think the situation kind of like straightened itself out. But let me pull some cards and maybe get some more clarity, because again, I'm getting this more intuitively than whatever the tarot might say. So let's see. Oh, hold on. Oh, I lost it. No way. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Sorry if you heard me bonk my head again. I tend to do that a lot. Don't know why. All right, I need one more. Ah. Okay, is that it? Yeah. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, so I did want to get one more card, so I'm getting like another message. But okay, so we have 4 cards out right now. So I have the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the Tower in reverse, and the 9 of Swords. So I'm going to start with let's just do these 3. So we have 9 of Swords, the Tower in reverse, and the 5 of Swords. So I definitely feel like there is conflict with the 5 of Swords. And the Tower in reverse, it's still a Tower moment, but it was just not as impactful. It was just definitely something breaking down with work. I'm definitely seeing that there was that sense of that you were going to leave. I am getting that. And again, there's a Knight of Wands that popped up. Oh, sorry. Didn't finish with this. With the 9 of Swords almost coming in, I'm seeing that this was something, again, that you've been working through, trying to make a decision whether or not you wanted to stay or go. There was something there. With the solution card again coming up, explanations, apologies, I am getting a sense of there was an opportunity that came in, a message of, and this is a Knight of Wands, this is someone coming in, something coming in pretty swiftly, bringing passion, just joy into a situation again. So this is the only reason why I feel like you're still in this situation, that's why I'm like saying it's okay, because things tend to, whatever, if everyone kind of energetically shifts their, if everyone shifts their energies and kind of aligns in the way that makes sense, that it's okay to be in that same situation. That's why I say like sometimes in a relationship reading that stuff like that might happen. We all have free will. But Knight of Wands is telling me that this was sparking your passion again, kind of giving your creativity another like come around. Like You're doing this because this is giving you a little bit more passion again. And there there's a sense of there was conflict between other people. 5 of swords here. So if this resonates, just know that your guides see you. And I feel like if there were people involved that you've already gotten that apology, there's something happening again with this coming up that you have received some kind of closure, some like explanation as to why something happened. There was definitely conflict involved. There's definitely something that was keeping you awake at night that was just making you unwell. A small, slight tower moment where it just wasn't bad, but this was the breakdown where you were just like, I don't know, and I feel like I need to do something different. And doesn't even have to be with people, but it just has to involve more people. And it doesn't mean that you were fighting with people, but there were just other people involved that you were just like, okay, I'm also like, it could also be that you were applying for another job and there were other people involved and it was just hard to get that job and they kept you up at night, but you really needed that job. And like, tower moment is you didn't get it and you're stuck at the one that you are at, but the one that you have has come with like that opportunity, that passion that kind of sparked it, and you're okay with where you are. So just keep that in mind. I think what happened right now in the current situation is it kind of straightened itself out where you felt like this wasn't for you and you needed to make a change. And I think I remember telling you guys last month that to not worry about it and let it be. Like, that is not where you need to be focusing your attention on. And of course, if it kind of like straightened itself out, I feel like that was going to happen all along. But I also feel like the solution, like it was just given to you. I feel like there was some things that, you could have still made a choice and left and did something different, but you just didn't. And there's a reason for everything. And I think you right now, currently, you Taurus are in a sense of like, I've gotten the closure I needed and I can keep moving forward and being the best that I can be in the position that I'm in. And that's perfectly fine and that's beautiful. And I'm again still seeing the joy and sentiment card here that came out. So there is the fact of their celebration in that, choices, ambitions, like you're still like moving forward in like the direction that you want to. So I'm not seeing anything negative coming out of just being in the same position that you're in or accepting whatever the circumstances is and moving forward where you are. There's nothing wrong with that currently. And that's what I'm seeing in March. So if this didn't happen, it will. That's the energy that's kind of coming through. Let's go ahead and pull the relationship part. Now, relationships, this doesn't have to be a partner. This could be friends, it could be family, coworkers. So try to make it fit where it makes sense in your life. Let's go ahead and pull that. Oh, nope. Oh, I am so old. I don't know how people do this. Let's see if this. Okay, I mean, this feels about right. So it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay. Yeah, and I almost get this sense of this is like almost related to your last month's reading in the sense that the overthinking. I think that a lot of you are in a relationship and or in a situationship where you're almost like in your own way, like everything's good, but you're overthinking it, like everything's okay. There are moments where you probably think like, oh, like something's wrong, but like realistically, there's nothing wrong. And it's almost gonna like self-sabotage a situation. And I think a lot of you guys have had a lot of hurt in the past. So like moving forward in a sense is scary because there's so many like, well, what if this happens and what if this happens? And it's like, stop overthinking it. Keep facing your true north. Just keep moving forward what is aligned with you. If it's aligned, it's aligned. It doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to feel good. And I think a lot of us use our logical thinking, and that's good to some extent, but we might be overthinking things where it's like we expect X, Y, and Z to happen because that's what we had in our old relationships that were like not good. And so when we like don't see them play out, it's almost like, wait a second, wait, hold on. And then we're overthinking things like, why isn't this person texting me? And it's like, oh, because they went to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. They don't have to text you every second. There's just those kind of energies, like the overthinkingness. But let me pull some tarot, see what they have to say. Ooh. Okay. Nah, that's not it. I don't like that one. That doesn't go. We need one more. Oh, yeah. That makes sense, actually. Okay. So I'm getting 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the Devil in reverse. So I'm glad to see it in reverse because that's like kind of like what I was just saying with the texting thing. I am getting the sense of like again, it's almost like sabotage, but because the Devil is in reverse, when we're coming into March, your guides are like obviously giving you that warning: stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Don't overthink a relationship or what's happening in a relationship, friendship, family situation, whatever that case may be, because if you are, you're going to sabotage the relationship, whatever that looks like. With the Devil in reverse, it's telling me that you're kind of breaking away from that. I think you notice things. I'm seeing growth. I really am seeing growth. I'm seeing, again, solutions, courage. There's courage to almost like take a second to see that you're in a good place. Again, the sentiment joy. I'm seeing that you kind of see whatever this relationship, situationship, whether it be even the family, even like your friends, like you're actually fine. Like nobody's here out to get you. Nobody's trying to take you down. No one's trying to do you dirty. No one's trying to be sneaky. And I think that the Devil in reverse coming out is kind of like showing me that growth. And I think that's beautiful because that's needed. I think like a lot of you guys, a lot of Tauruses have been hurt really badly in the past. I think there's a lot of like something with trust issues. There's just something here that's like trauma related for me. There's like a toxic bond that you broke and are breaking. And I think that's your March is looking very positive in every aspect. There's just so much growth. But like this, another card, so the 4 of Cups, it's almost like apathy. It's almost like I'm having a hard time kind of seeing the good. Like, well, I'm good where I'm at. I'm going to protect myself. I'm almost seeing like this again, like the sabotaging thing that like your guides are trying to tell you, like, stop overthinking it because there's a lot of holding on to the past and remembering like what happened. And you're basing that on how you react. And like that's your guide's almost sense of like hiding you because I feel like a lot of you guys might be in a situation or even in a situationship. And if you're not even in a relationship or situation, like you are kind of holding yourself back from dating in that case. But I see that ending. I see that breaking. And with the 2 of Wands, the world is in the palm of your hands. Like you're making the plans right now to move forward. So like if you are in a relationship right now, you're trying to figure out like not even figure out because the solution is there. I see like you're moving forward. So the solution is already in place in March. So in March, like you are going to be moving forward in a relationship. You're already doing it. There it is. I forgot that I even said that. You are already doing it. So stop overthinking it. Like you're moving forward, keep moving forward. Go with the flow. Like there's no need to put pressure on a situation, whether it be friendship, relationship, or whatever. As long as it aligns and makes you happy, that's all that matters. Just stop overthinking and just let it go. Because a lot of the stuff that we are putting our like pressure on is stuff from the past. So I see planning. I see taking the next step. I see alignment with that. The stability too is stability. Like I feel like there's something very stable coming. So if you guys are like in relationship with somebody, maybe you guys get engaged. Maybe you take the next step, move in together. There's something about a next step because I see Taurus, you guys moving forward in that based off of like growth because you realize that some of the actions and reactions that you have isn't because of that person. That person is actually solid. It's because of your past. And I see the growth happening. So you guys are really like, you guys are doing the work, and that's beautiful. That's something amazing. You might not even realize you're doing the work, but I mean, your guides are seeing it, and they're almost giving you like, nice clap in the background there for this because this is tough. So just realize that if you are in a relationship right now, you have an opportunity to move forward. There's just that joy feeling, there's just happiness. And if you're single, this card is showing me that there's an opportunity for you to kind of like put yourself out there again to get that next person because it's aligning to the positive as like, am I getting the next person? Yes, because you're in alignment with that, because you're stable within yourself because of your past. You're kind of putting the past behind you to be able to move forward. And you're looking at that, you're kind of planning for the future, if that makes sense. So that's absolutely beautiful and that's amazing. And I'm thrilled with the messages that your guides kind of gave you today because it's also beautiful and positive. So definitely thank them because they did an amazing job. And definitely come back for the next one. Don't miss our mid-month kind of like check-in, and then come back for the next month's reading. So if this did resonate, definitely like and subscribe. Thank you again, as always, for listening, watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.